ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the Army, the Navy. Call a play.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play action, it's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferguson. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Gotta give him.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
They'll start with the option, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It was Rashad Evans there to put a nice hit on it.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 15 now, Wilson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Jayon Brown gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. It's a pickup of 12. And that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Dolphins. Phillip Lindsay, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I do believe this team is too invested to fall asleep at the switch now, and I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
On first down, Lindsey, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Lindsey here. Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play that time for the Titans. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check.
A first down carry for Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Rosa's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And that'll be caught by Des Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man is Fitzpatrick. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defense.
He's got it at the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge is trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Past the 20. 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Russell Wilson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On first down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On first down, Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On second down, here's Henry. Able to power through. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run. So I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 38, Wilson. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they'll begin by running the option. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Titans. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he... It's been terrific here this afternoon. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's in.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. That's Lindsey. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Dolphins are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They begin with Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. To the air again, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Right there, 54, Mike.
Now Wilson on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Dolphins. Will Fuller, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by one more.
17. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though.
Yeah. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Raekwon Davis gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill looking downfield for Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it. Lindsey now off the read option. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Zebra. South, baby. That's baby south.
They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last throw here for Tannehill. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is